Hey guys, we are live. We are here with Nick from GNO City. How's it going today?
Good, good. How are you?
Pretty good, can't complain. To start things off, I usually ask this question: just what got you into crypto in general, EOSIO, specifically Wax?
So that journey was a little interesting. I tried Mintable, I tried Rarible. It just did not fit. And then with the gas fees, what they were at the time, I think it was like $100, $120, and I'm like, what I'm going to be doing and developing is more volume based. So I discovered Wax and Atomic Hub, and when I found out about their fees to really start making NFTs, it really just made sense. Because I'm not minting just one of one. I was minting, up to 1,000 base cards and stuff like that. So it just really just made all sense to do it on Atomic Hub.
Awesome, yeah, I'm a big fan of Atomic Hub for the same reasons, pretty much. Can you explain the Gnome Series and GNO City a little bit?
Yeah, so Gnome Series is a collection that's on Atomic Hub. It all started with, my buddy Nick. He actually makes the gnomes. We started selling these gnomes on T-shirts and stuff like that. And one day I was on the Peloton, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, we should really put this as an NFT. I think it would really be interesting for a lot of people and something unique. I mean, no one really thought I'm gonna start buying gnomes as an NFT. So once we kind of developed the idea of just making it something unique and fun, with some humor in some of them, we really kind of just spun off the idea, just releasing them and kind of making it into a card type of thing. And then we kind of just spun our wheels and we're like, yeah, let's try to make a trading card game behind this or something. So I did a lot of market research and analyzing competitors and stuff like that, all of just NFT and blockchain in general. And there was a missing void, and that missing void really came down to trying to determine, are these actual games, or are they just all play to earn, where you just press a button, now you're going to be earning a residual and stuff like that. And of course a lot of people are all about that style of game, but I really wanted to choose more of the actual game first, and build this game that's going to be really the core fundamentals of being able to use your NFTs and build attributes behind them. Someone might want a level 150 gnome or level 150 complex series character. I've been playing video games for so many years since I was little. And I remember playing Fortnite and all those other games, and I'm stuck. I can create this character on Fortnite. I can get all these dances and all this other stuff, the cosmetic items. It doesn't make me any better. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But we were stuck in a way of like, okay, you build this character, you can't do anything outside of it. And I think this is where NFTs and blockchain in general is going to really change the gaming atmosphere. It's going to change in the next 5 years, I would say. But you're going to start seeing some of the bigger players start jumping in on this type of stuff and really allow players to build their character and start, being able to sell their character as an NFT and stuff like that. So really the idea behind it was building this game that's going to really open the eyes to a lot of people of what you were trying to make this really immersed story mode and really get you more involved in the game. And it's not just gnomes, it's not just complex series. We want to start an outreach campaign and start getting other collections involved. I don't care if you have a collection, you haven't made a sale yet, but if your art is amazing and I want to help you really boost it up, I'd love to have you in No City. So, I was once a person that I could barely even sell one of my gnomes, and I knew the pain. I knew that, just that feeling of trying to really promote on Twitter, Telegram, and stuff like that. So, it doesn't really matter about the size of what you're building on this platform. We want to have a great community, and really just kind of build upon that game. And it's not just a game that is going to be with PvP or story mode. It's really going to be expansive. So I can kind of jump in a little bit. Phase two, we are planning to really kind of expand that into a land system, some racing and stuff like that. That's really going to build the core game a little bit more. So I have two partners in No City, and we talk about all the time. We're like, we want to be more than just one type of game, and I think that's where a lot of blockchain games are missing is they might go one towards one direction, and that's it, and they're staying in that direction of being just a game about racing or a game about space or whatever it's going to be. And we want to be it all, and we want to be that game that it doesn't matter what type of NFT you have on Atomic Hub. We will find a way to make your NFT usable in our game. If we have to build it out, great. If we already have it built in the system, great. We'll be able to include you and stuff like that. So I want to be known as the game that really kind of brought the community together. Community driven is my number one priority.
Yeah, that's awesome. Seems like we have a pretty strong community here in Wax.
Yeah, we do. Ever since I started, I mean, there was people helping me out there. Like, you gotta do a Telegram, and I'm like, I don't really do Telegram. Made the Telegram. All of a sudden, it started blowing up. We had like 200 people in the Telegram group. I'm like, damn. Guess there's a lot of people following, what we're doing, and it just blew up. I mean, I think we have 3,500, 3,600 people in Telegram. I think we have 3,500 people in Discord. We're always, building that community aspect and really just asking questions and really getting feedback on, our beta right now.
Nice. So maybe this goes back to what you already said, but what made you choose Wax? Is it just the gas fees?
It's really the gas fees. I honestly had no idea what Atomic Hub was until I kind of just did a little bit deeper dive into it. But just the atmosphere of Atomic Hub, it's more like a trading card feeling. You go on OpenSea and stuff, it's more towards like artwork itself. And it just felt like it really fit what I was trying to build and how easy it is to build, blockchain game with Wax. It's not entirely complicated. There are some limitations, but we are doing our best to kind of connect the NFTs and blockchain together.
Right on. Can you explain like the PvP, the battles, and the lineups for people that have never played?
Yeah, so basically how it works, you can have a gnome or you can have a complex series character, and you want to level it up. So there's several ways you can level it up. You can buy an NFT skill in Atomic Hub. You can apply that skill onto your NFT character, and once it's a level 1 or higher, you can then put it into your lineup. So your lineup can be up to 5 characters. You want to kind of keep it like level 1, maybe a level 7, and then keep on going high, because what's going to happen is in our ranking algorithm, basically looks for 5 levels of any NFT. So if you had a level 1, I have a level 5, it could potentially match us up. And that's all part of our algorithm. We don't want people to power game and have 2 NFTs, 2 different accounts, and start battling each other. So we made it a little bit more complicated in a way of disallowing that. So that was one of our ways of allowing the PvP to really happen. And what happens is if you go up against somebody, you'll earn experience for your NFT, and that experience will then pick a skill for that NFT that was in that battle and add that skill experience to it. So this allows your character to really level up, and kind of expand in a way. And then we also have other modes as well, but you'll also be able to see the battle log and everything that's going on. But we also have story mode where you enter. If you've been collecting Gnome Series or Complex Series, what's going to happen is if you have a specific NFT, you can then say I have it, yes, and it'll look for into your wallet. If you have that NFT, it'll add a mutable attribute on there, and it will say story used equals 1. So once it's used, nobody else can use that specific NFT for that story mode. And then what it does, it's going to reward you an experience that you can allocate in any skill that you want. If you wanted to put 1 into combat, or 1 into assassin, or 1 into defense, you can do that, and you can allocate that skill and experience on any NFT that you have. It could be a level 0. And what's really cool is, we're not just rewarding you with experience there. We're going to reward you with NFTs. So, if we placed some top series stuff, we placed other collections that we found, Street Fighter, stuff like that. It's in a reward pool. So each story mode you do, you're going to get an NFT from us. Sometimes it might be a gnome. It might be, one of our collections, but there's also other collections that are involved in Atomic Hub. That's story mode. We also have a few other things that are kind of down the pipeline where you'll be able to heal your NFTs with food and stuff like that. That's going to be phase 2. It's almost done. I would say in the next 3 weeks max, maybe 4. But yeah, I mean, it's really that we're all over the place inside the game right now. I think we launched last week. Yeah, it's been a week. We've had numerous bugs, and I think every other day I've been fixing these bugs, keeping the community informed, and just really trying to help get that communication factor of the community that I'm working my butt off, really trying to please everyone, even though it's closed beta. They understand that. So yeah, I mean, we're really just looking to keep on expanding.
Awesome. Speaking of the closed beta, I'm going to give away 3 beta passes to those to some people watching. So make sure you drop a comment in the live chat if you're interested.
And we'll also give you 3 packs too. So let me know who the winner is. We'll give them 3 packs as well.
Sweet, good deal. Can you explain like the type of different gnomes, like the hero, villain, etc., and what that does?
Yeah, so in the later phases, what's going to happen is, we might be able to lock your lineup where you can only do a hero lineup or a villain lineup. And then what's going to happen is, so the city's going to be split up into, different type of cities. And when you enter the city, you'll be able to basically battle it out like you are now. But if you're a villain or if you're a hero, it's going to eventually start totaling these up. If you win a battle and you're a hero, what could basically happen is, the city could be known as all the heroes. And it's going to be really like a clash kind of battle between the hero and villains. And it can convert a city. There's city leaders. There's a lot really going to go on between the split of, good versus bad. But we have a lot of future plans that's really going to play off of that as well. But the users and the players will be able to make that decision of maybe I want to be a hero or maybe I want to be a villain, because we're going to give you different type of bonuses, if you choose one side. And the city leader will be able to make a decision as well. And that's something that's going to be part of our phase 2 land. Hoping by quarter 4 of this year that's going to be all completed. And that's really going to help players really kind of immerse themselves into this and be able to really pick a side. Like anybody that's like, there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, hey, I want to be a villain just because I want to be a bad guy. And then you got some people like, hey, I want to be a hero because I want to be a good guy. But then you got those people like, I'm not really sure which one I want to be. I want to try this one. I'm going to maybe try this one. So we're going to allow you to really do both if you wanted to. But yeah, there's a lot really going on that's going to really immerse these players and trainers with their NFTs and really customize the experience as we move forward in No City.
Awesome, I'm excited. Um, I was looking at the site and I was a little confused about the story mode. Is that kind of like a campaign mode? It's because it's not the same thing as the city, right?
So the story mode is going to be right now in beta. It's really, we are testing some things out. We've hit a roadblock on some people that might have 4,000 plus NFTs. So we are switching that up a little bit, but it's going to be a story mode. So we're going to create a video of the story mode, and we're going to create a system of if a percentage of people or how many people do the story mode, and let's say there's 50 people do story mode number 1, we are going to allow the users to really kind of generate the next week's story. And we're going to kind of build that upon. And then we're going to really document the story and how the players kind of created the story on top of what we have started. But in beta right now, we're just kind of testing things. This is not really a permanent thing. So when we're out of beta, all these story modes are going to be removed. So the beta users really get a chance to really kind of get that reward of collecting these gnomes and complex characters. But yes, in the future, it's going to be, you're going to be able to see the actual full story of No City and how it really kind of developed by the community.
Sweet, sounds pretty sweet. Do you think NFTs are overpriced or in a bubble right now?
So great question. I think the bubble already kind of popped. I think with NFTs, I think there is a lot on the market right now, and I think it's very saturated. If you start asking people, people are trying too much, I think, in the NFT world or space. I think where you're going to really start kind of separating those people who create a utility behind the NFTs, and you're going to have those people who really have great artwork and a great community behind them. But then you're going to have those people who are just kind of just flood at the market. You're going to see them die off. And I think the statistic like 2 or 3 months ago really was 33% of the people were collections, and it was like 66% or whatever it was, were actually people buying NFTs. If I had to look at that statistic today, I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit higher of the amount of collections versus people buying. But that's natural. This is going to happen. There's always going to be a bubble, especially something new. I mean, we've experienced this with cryptocurrency. We've experienced this in the housing market. We've experienced this everywhere. Once everyone starts flooding the market like this, you're gonna have that separation. It's gonna pop. I already think it popped, but I think there's just a saturation level at this point, and it'll kind of just it'll level itself out within time.
Right, I agree. Do you think NFTs bring a new aspect for like creators and artists though, like just the entire new platform?
Yeah, I think NFTs just in general. I mean, what we're seeing right now is an infancy stage of what's going on. I think we're gonna all look back at this, but you remember when NFTs were just a digital receipt of, collecting art. I mean, I tell people this all the time. It's like when you go to a sports game like a Phillies game, you might have a physical ticket. You have to save it, whatever. But what if you had a ticket that you bought online, a digital receipt of it, and it was an NFT? Now you can show it off. Now you can even sell it if you wanted
Right.
to. It's just it really creates this system for not just collections, but also real usage in life. Going to a concert, instead of them scanning something on your phone or anything like that, now you have a digital receipt. They can just see the receipt that way. There's just so many things that are going to probably evolve into this space. Um, I think what we're looking at right now is just we're just touching the surface.
Oh yeah, totally. Um, as far as No City goes, have you come across any problems that you didn't expect when you first started?
Really, what I did not expect was the limitation that I'm receiving right now with the API with Atomic Hub. I did reach out to them. They did tell me we can host it on one of our own servers. Um, Now that is costly, but it's going to allow the game to really perform the way we want. If you start loading it now, you'll see it kind of loads in a few seconds in certain elements because that's the API really limiting us. If we hit it too fast, too soon, it really just blocks the connection and it just doesn't load the page completely. So did not expect that. I didn't expect the volume behind the API requests and stuff like that.
So I've been in the Wax community for a pretty long time now, and I've seen a lot of projects come and go. You seem like you have a pretty good projection and plan for longevity. Um, what do you think? Like one thing is that will propel you on that path. Like, is it the users or anything else?
It's really community driven. I mean, if you look at anything, and I'm new to Atomic Hub, I just started in March. I'm not going to be that collection that hops on and sells the packs and walks away. Um, Unfortunately, there's a few of them out there, some bigger brands. Well, I don't even think they're actually involved. That's probably another company that's within Atomic Hub or Wax Blockchain. But you just see a lot of them just really release stuff and walk away. I'm not gonna be that type of person. I haven't even taken a single wax out of my account. It's still there. I really just really trying to build something that for the longevity of it. It's not just for what is going to be for tomorrow. It's going to be what is for next year, in 2 years, 3 years. I want to evolve with this space. I don't want to be stuck with what my competitors are doing in this space on the gaming side. I'm trying to really stand out by doing different things and really getting people involved. And this community is what's going to really drive this into what I vision. But it's going to also go into a different path of, maybe I thought this was going to be fun, but the community is like, hey, I really want to see this type of stuff in a game. So we might go a different direction, but I'm going to allow that community to make that decision because, we are in the blockchain space, and it's really built by community. It's what really drives these collections into the next step and next level. I can tell you right now, I've seen so many collections on Atomic Hub, and they're creating these games, and all of a sudden they're postponing 3 weeks, 4 weeks out, 2 weeks out. We're not going to release this game for another 2 years. That destroys your community, and that's really going to drop the level of confidence and trust in these users. And that's something that we are not going to be doing. I really want to keep on focusing on the community and really answering every question. If you ask anybody in my Discord or Telegram, I'm talking to them nonstop. I'm trying to answer all questions and just really being involved.
Awesome. That's a great answer. Um, Speaking of community, where can people find you? Do you want to give a shout out to your Twitter, Discord, or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you can find us on Twitter at Gnome Series. Discord, you can look up GNO City, Gnome Series. But if you go to our Twitter, you'll see our Telegram and our Discord there. The invite links are there. You can also hit us up on our other Twitter account, No City IO on Twitter. Yeah, I don't really do much on Instagram. I don't really do much on Facebook. I'm really just focused on Twitter and really just chat on Telegram and Discord. And of course, you can always DM me, you can message me, even if you're a new collection, might have any questions. I've made plenty of mistakes on Atomic Hub. If you look at my rarity and my variances, it's all over the place. Wish I can change it, but it's on blockchain, it's stuck there. But if it's anything, you have any questions, I'm always keeping myself available and keep on answering any questions. It's really important, especially if you're getting started as a collection, a collection, or if you're even getting started in the NFT space and you're just in general areas of NFTs or even Atomic Hub. I like to be used as a resource. It's not just about Gnome Series, not just about Complex Series. Um, the funny thing is, I don't really buy NFTs. I think I bought a few. I bought some Street Fighter stuff, but I really do a lot of research on just NFT gaming and really, in this space of NFTs and where it's really going.
Awesome. Yeah, I kind of have a similar mindset, I feel like. But thanks for coming on. People in the chat, I'm going to select the winners. I'll find you on Twitter, so make sure to follow me at Fintequity, and we will also send you packs and beta passes. So thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks to everyone watching.
Have a good one.
You too. See you.